Hello everybody and welcome. This is Adrian. Thank you so much for joining me today. And today I wanted to do a different kind of video. Actually, I had a couple YouTube comments just the other day. I won't mention what comments they were or anything, but there were some YouTube comments that kind of got me interested in YouTube ad revenue and trying to kind of show to my viewers and my audience, like what really happens on YouTube in regards to views and advertisements and revenue and all of that. So I feel just to be transparent with my audience, with you guys, anybody watching this video, and just to also kind of educate and explain what exactly happens with YouTube and advertisements and ad revenue, I wanted to go through my YouTube analytics and actually show you guys what this looks like. What happens when you get views on your videos and you get advertisements and revenue and all sorts of stuff. So this is my analytics for what was previously my most successful month ever on YouTube, which is June 2017. I think July 2017 is my most successful month on YouTube, but July isn't over just yet, so it wouldn't make sense for me to show the analytics on a month that's not over. So I decided, why don't we take a look here at June 2017, and I can show you guys just exactly how much money I make, the views that I've gotten on my channel, and how those two correlate, what actually happens, at least from my understanding and what I can see. So we can see here from June 1st, 2017 to June 30th, 2017, I made $307.01 US, and it's 89.5 or 89.15% more compared to my previous period, which is true. Actually, I made 89.15% more money in June than I did in May. And then we can also go here and we have our number of views, 267,455. And so I kind of want to teach you guys what happens in these two numbers. How are these correlated? And believe it or not, there's actually a very specific reason why you see all four of these numbers, because they are actually kind of correlated to each other. So let's jump on in. I do want to show you guys this first. Let's go to views. Let's click on this. So we can go to views, and there's a couple different statistics that you'll see up here. So you'll see watch time, which is 2 million minutes, which in, you know, math calculations is 3 years, 297 days worth of watch time, which is, you know, okay, I guess. I don't know. I don't really know how much is a lot of time. 3 years, 297 days is a lifetime, I guess. So, okay. So we have the number of views here, 267,455. That, by most standards of quote YouTube channels, is not a lot, but for me, it's a lot. For me, it's probably one of the most significant numbers of views I've ever had in 1 month. Actually, if not the most. And then we have two other numbers here. We have YouTube Red watch time and then YouTube Red views. YouTube Red is another calculation of income and another calculation of ad revenue for you, but it works a little differently compared to regular views. But so let's take a look at this number here, 267,455 views on my videos. So that's just how many people click the video. Doesn't really say much else about how long they watched for or how many ads they had or any of those other metrics. However, what I can do with this number is we can take a look at this this little guy here, compare metrics. So I can compare my metric of views to a different metric. And to calculate basically where my revenue comes from, I want to select this compare metric. And we're going to go to more metrics actually. And we can come down here and there's a kind of like a category of estimated revenue. I can take a look at this estimated revenue category and I can come down here to what is called estimated monetized playbacks. Let's select that. And so you'll see here, we're comparing two different metrics to each other. We're comparing our views, which is just how many people have clicked on a video. In this case, it's 267,455 views. And then there's this metric called estimated monetized playbacks, which is basically the number of people who either one saw an advertisement and, you know, didn't click it, or, you know, decided that they didn't want to watch the whole advertisement, so they skipped it. Or it's the number of people who may have actually seen an advertisement for something that they wanted, say like some product on Amazon or some Coca-Cola product somewhere. And so you can see that these two metrics are vastly different from each other. Let's just take, for example, the day that I had the most views in June 2017 was June 12th, 2017. I had 15,687 views. However, the amount of estimated monetized playbacks, the people who actually saw an advertisement maybe clicked on an advertisement, or maybe just clicked skip, or perhaps watched the entire advertisement, was only 3,232 people. So out of 15,687 views, only about 3,232 of those people saw an advertisement or of, a similar nature of advertisement or something. And so basically that's like what, 1/5, I think, right? So 20%. So out of 15,700 views, only about 3,200 of those people saw an advertisement and clicked on one or any of that sort of thing. And so that's about 20% or so. So only about 20% of the views of that day saw an advertisement or, clicked on something that they were actually genuinely interested in. So what does that mean? What does that mean for the other almost 12,000 people that did not get a so-called quote monetized playback? And basically what that means is they were using ad block, or they perhaps skipped an advertisement. They didn't watch a full advertisement. I don't have any advertisements on my channel that are non-skippable, so I allow people to skip my ads. That's just what I like to do. I don't really like to have non-skippable advertisements. There are some YouTube channels out there that do specifically non-skippable advertisements. So it may be like a 30-minute advertisement or up to 2 minutes that you can't skip through. Some YouTube channels do that. I don't personally like those, so I don't enable those on my channel. But basically, yeah. Here on this day, June 12th, 2017, out of 15,687 views, only 3,232 of those views were estimated monetized playbacks, and basically the remainder of the views that weren't monetized playbacks were usually ad block. Maybe they might also be somebody skipping an advertisement. I'm not entirely 100% sure about that, because I've never really kind of investigated and saw what is, the real reason that they did not get an estimated or a monetized playback. Now, if you look at these numbers, right, 49,000 estimated monetized playbacks, and then 267,000 views, that's like less than 20%. That's like 18%, 19%, which basically means my overall revenue for at least June of 2017, $307.01, was generated by people who viewed an ad or who may have gotten one. And that amount of people, that demographic who got an advertisement, was less than about 20% of my views on my YouTube channel. So I just wanted to kind of clarify that and be transparent with my audience and with my viewers, and hopefully I've educated some people out there about what it really means when you get an advertisement, and like how does that translate to helping the content creator that you're watching, or if you use something like ad block, how it affects them in some way. Now, for me, I don't really care if you use ad block. YouTube is not yet my job. I'd like to make it my job, but it's not yet my job. So if you want to use ad block, go right ahead. I use ad block on every website that's not YouTube. I actually turn off ad block for YouTube. So, do what you like. I can't really force you to do anything else any other way. Or I would also not even want you to, not use ad block, because I get it. There's ads out there that are not skippable, right? There's billions of ads out there that just flood websites, and you go to like these newspaper websites, these magazines, these publications, and you go to, different websites and even YouTube channels, and their advertisements are everywhere. They just have advertisements all over the place. But I just wanted to show you guys, what it looks like, at least for me, from my perspective, on what happens when it comes down to ad revenue, and views, watch time, things like that. Now, I do want to add one caveat to this, and that's the idea of watch time. So watch time is important because just because 267,000 people viewed a video doesn't mean that they watched the entire video. And there's a certain advertisement that's called a mid-roll advertisement, which is usually placed in the middle of a long episode or video or something. So this number here of watch time is important. The longer your watch time, the more likely it is that any one of your viewers would have seen maybe more than one advertisement. So because I'm a Let's Player, you know, I make anywhere from perhaps 20-minute to, 40-minute to an hour videos. And throughout those long videos, right, from 20 minutes to up to 60 minutes, there are advertisements kind of sprinkled throughout that usually you can skip, right? Because I don't allow non-skippable ads on my channel. So usually you can skip them over, or they're really short, maybe 15 to 30 seconds. And so that's where another number of not just watch time, but average view duration comes in. So I can see here, I guess for the average view duration of June 2017, the average person that came by and watched a video, they usually watched about 7 minutes 30 seconds before they did something else. Now, that's just an average. That doesn't even have, the minimum doesn't have the maximum. That's just an average of all the views and how long somebody stayed to watch crumpled together. Now, for me, because I make 20 to 30 minute videos, 7 minute 30 second average view duration, that's actually pretty good. Usually you'd want that number, your average view duration, to be maybe about 30% of your video, 25% of your video. So for me, if I make anywhere from 20 to 30 to 40 minute videos, the average person watching for almost 7 minutes, 30 seconds is pretty good, which also means they are more likely to have seen a mid-roll advertisement than somebody who watched for only 2 minutes or 1 minute. It also means that, at least for me as a content creator, I'm fairly, hopefully, sort of entertaining. Because if I made 30 to 40 minute videos and people only watched for 2-3 minutes, that tells me that there's something going wrong, that people don't want to watch, that they're not entertained, and that they're not seeing advertisements in the middle of videos. So that's how these four numbers kind of come together in this big system that is YouTube. That's what happens. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I hope it's been some sort of learning experience. I just wanted to kind of show you guys what happens in my perspective and on my side as a YouTuber. I wanted to be transparent with you guys because, I mean, the amount of money that I make is not just about me. This is a Let's Play channel, and it's about us. It's not just about me, So I figured I'd be transparent with you guys and kind of just show you guys what happens behind the scenes. How do I generate revenue for the channel? This $307 goes back into the channel. It helps me pay for electricity bills and internet bills and things. Helps me buy new games for the channel. So, I figured you guys have the right to know about these things the same way that I do, So here it is. Here's the math. These are the numbers I have to keep looking at. And these are the numbers that I have to try and increase always. Watch time, average view duration, revenue, views. You always want to have those, growing. And at least for the month of June, right? We've got green triangles everywhere. So I guess we're growing. So anyway, guys, I'll see you in the next episode, in the next video. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. And let me know if you have questions or comments. Leave them in the comments down below, and I'll try and answer as many questions as I can. So thank you so much.